When we left off, Ruth and her daughters had gotten up, and here we pick up, still in verse 6, Vatashov. There's our verb shov, shuv, to return. And she went back, missedeh, so there's min and our fields, regions, sedeh, Moab. And she returned from the fields of Moab, the regions of Moab. Why did she do that? Ki sham'a bisdei Moab, because shama, you can see the root for to hear, and it's a feminine suffix form. Because she heard. Where did she hear? B, sedei, bisdei, in the fields of Moab, in the regions of Moab. What did she hear? Ki, that, pakad, Adonai, et amo. That pakad means to visit, to help. The Lord had visited, et amo, the am of him. The Lord had visited his people. Latate, lahem, lachem. So this is an infinitive of natan. You don't see any nun there. It's an irregular verb. So this is just the la of the infinitive, to give, to them, lahem. And this final noun is just lechem. And at the end of a verse, you get what's called pause. And when something is in pause, usually the penultimate syllable, the one before the last, lengthens. So lechem becomes lachem. So she heard that the Lord visited his people to give to them bread, food. So note just the latate, lachem, lachem. Since she heard that, vatetse, this is from yatzah. So there's the tav, we're missing the yod, and she went out, min hamakom, from the place, asher, which, the place which, hayata, shama, which she was. Hayata is the third feminine suffix form of haya. So just the place which she was, sham, there. The hey here is a directional hey. It makes more sense with a verb of motion. The place which she was there. And so she went out. Ushte kaloteha ima. And instead of, we had two of her sons earlier. Now we have, instead of shne, we have shte, the feminine form of the number two, shtayim. Two of kaloteha, her daughters-in-law, ima, that's just im and ha. Two of her daughters-in-law with her. Vatelakna baderek lashov el eretz Yehuda. And they went out on the way to return to the land of Judah. This first verb is a third plural feminine. It's from halak. You can see in the root, we only have two letters. Halak conjugates like a first yod. We lose the first radical. So we have the performative and the sufformative of the future perfect prefix. We're not used to seeing tons of feminine plurals. I'll just show you ever so quickly a quick reminder of what those look like. Here's the call prefix, just so we can zero in on these two forms that we don't look at all the time and that you might have forgotten. So ektol, I will kill. Tiktol, you will kill. Tiktali. Yiktol, he will kill. Tiktol, she will kill. Niktol, we will kill. Tiktalu, y'all will kill. Tiktolna, y'all feminine will kill. Yiktulu, they will kill. Tiktolna. These two forms are identical. We have the tav performative, which is what we have for all the you forms. And we have the na subformative. And the accent retracts one. So tiktolna. Sometimes instead of an O vowel as the theme vowel, like we have in the normal katal, you have some sort of A vowel as the theme vowel, the vowel between the second and third root words. If tiktolna is the they feminine plural form, let's go back. Let's go back to telakna. There's our performative, there's our subformative, peculiar verb because we only have two root letters, but we're going to see lots of these feminine plurals in the book of Ruth. So it's worth reviewing that part of your paradigm. So this is just halak. They went. In the way, lashuv is to return, el eretz Yehuda, to the land of Judah. I'm going to keep Vatomer Naomi Lishte Kalateha, and Naomi said to her two daughters-in-law, Lekna, Shovna, Isha, Levet, Ima. You can probably guess why I have the Lamed and the Kaf in red, because I want you to remember that how do we make imperatives? The basic rule for making an imperative is just lop off the performative. If telakna means they will go or y'all will go, the imperative is just lekna, go. Go spoken to two female. So lekna, go, girls. Shovna, this is the same three-letter root as we see here to return. Go, return. Isha, a woman, levet, to the house of, im, mother of her. So a woman to the house of her mother, meaning each of you to the house of her mother. We've seen that sort of construction before. Naomi continues to speak. Ya'aseh Adonai imachem chesed. Ya'aseh is a adjussive form. You see the yod on the front. Asa means to do or to make. And we're going to just read this as adjussive for now. May the Lord do. And here we get im plus chem, with you, chesed, mercy or faithfulness. May the Lord deal faithfully with you. Ka'asher, just as, asitem, just as you all did. So this is the same verb, asa. Im, ha metim, you can see the root for death or dying, as you did with the dead. The imadi. So that is just im plus a special form of with me, so that you can see the e on the with me. May the Lord deal faithfully with you. May the Lord do chesed with you, just as you did chesed with the dead, that is, your deceased husbands, and with me. The one thing to note here is that both the chem and the tem don't look like the feminine form. They look like the masculine y'all forms. And we'll see that further in the book of Ruth, that it sometimes uses the masculine forms, even when clearly addressing